It's a beautiful day outside, so I'm headed to the garden. Here's my little care pack that I'm taking. Some mint that I want to start getting acclimated to my garden. Sweet potato that I'm going to use. Ooh, look at my nail. Sweet potato that I'm going to use to get some slips started. Have loofah in here, cucumber, and broccoli. But I couldn't finish this video without getting my nail fixed, so a quick stop. The nail is fixed. Can you see it? Yay, my nail is fixed. So I am at the garden. I expected it to be crowded, but it's really not crowded. There are only a couple of other cars here today. So I'm going to get to work. Let me grab a wagon. Okay, so I brought a bunch of stuff from home. I always bring projects so that I can be productive. I showed you my little care box that I made last night. I put some things together, some broccoli and cucumber and stuff like that that's going in the garden. I also brought water. I have been stopping and buying spring water, but I'm noticing I'm collecting a lot of this plastic, and I don't know that I want to have gallons and gallons of plastic jugs. So I decided to go ahead and recycle some water. So this is just faucet water. I don't like to use a lot of faucet water in the garden, but it's not going to hurt anything. I may plant a couple more peas, and I may get cauliflower in. And then this is just my basket of tools and stuff. My daughter bought me this last year, and I always bring it every time I come to the garden. So let's go see what's going on. So my projects today are simple. I want to check on everything that's in the greenhouse. I want to get some slips started. So I want to kind of bury this sweet potato and then just kind of check around and see how things are going in the garden. Oh, my big project, I think what's going to take the most time today is I want to refresh these towers, which originally were supposed to be strawberry towers. Strawberries did not work well for me in here, but bush beans did. So I'm going to refresh these so that in about another week, I'm going to start my bush beans. We have expected frost until April 15th, I think is our last frost date, but I'm going to go ahead and get the beans planted out a month before that, so March 15th. Okay, so just checking to see how things are going in the greenhouse. This area is getting increasingly hot because we're having warmer temperatures, so it won't be up very long, probably another 30 days, and I'll be taking it down. But I just wanted to check and see how things are going. So we have humidity in here, which is great. This is, I believe, my spinach. 2 different kinds of spinach in here, and they're doing really well. I see some true leaves, so this will be ready to be planted out. This is lettuce, 2 different kinds of lettuce in here. And you can see that the lettuce is also doing really well. So find a shady spot for that. And I'll be taking that out soon. Echinacea is slowly coming up. It's moving very, very slow. I can see it. I don't even know if you can see it yet. This is the stevia. It's doing good, coming up slowly but surely. I'm ready to take this calendula out, but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna give it a little bit more time. This is that mystery plant. I think it's yarrow. I didn't label this. There is no label inside or out, so I have no idea what it is yet, but I think it's yarrow. I also don't know what this is. Something is growing on one side, it's not growing on the other side, but I see a little green, so who knows what that means. But I don't know what it is, it's not labeled. And then the peppers, I'm not expecting to see peppers for a little while. They like it hot, and I just put them out maybe a week ago. So So not checking on peppers yet. This is lemon balm and sage. And I don't see much activity on either one of those. And then the marshmallow has jumped up and just gotten huge. So looking to put that out soon as well. It still has a couple of weeks. I want to let it get its true leaves before I open this up. And so I'm adding a couple of things. Adding broccoli, which I could direct sow, but I'm just going to put it in here for now. Adding muncher cucumber for this summer. We'll get that in late spring. And then some loofah. So the story behind this loofah. See, it says PJ Farms loofah. Years ago, I was in a loofah group on Facebook and I asked if anyone had loofah seeds. And this company, PJ Farms, just voluntarily sent me a pack of seeds. They covered postage, everything. And I just found it. The date on the envelope, I believe, said like 2022. It was in a house I don't even live anymore. It's been around forever. So we're talking about, you know, 3-4-year-old seeds. They probably won't do anything, but I figured let me give them a try and see what happens. This like is against all odds because everyone is telling me to direct sow loofah, don't transplant it. I have it in this little bottle. They're old seeds, so they may do nothing, but they may surprise me and do something. So that's what's going on in the greenhouse. I also brought some scraps to put in my onions, so I've been bringing like little scraps from home to decompose in here because I throw worms in here from time to time and I want them to have something to eat. So this is in here. I don't know what is this? Oh, that's just a leaf. So I brought some scraps of food to put in here so that if there are worms in here, they have something to eat. I also brought some mint from home that I just want to get acclimated to being here in this space. So that really it doesn't need anything right now. I just brought it out here. Since I brought this chocolate mint out, it's doing really, really well. It's gotten huge. So I may actually go ahead and take it out and plant it in a pot. I always put mint in pots. I learned the hard way at my first community garden that if you plant mint in the ground, everyone gets mint. So that will be going in a pot. I'm not sure if it's gonna go in a pot today because it's not on my plan. I have a plan every time I come out here. So now the tedious task of taking this tower apart and freshening it up, I'm going to do half and half compost and old soil, and then I'm going to add a little bit of perlite. This is my second season with these Dollar Tree towers. They lasted pretty well to be $1.25 each. They lasted in the Georgia heat and the rain and sun. And I'm going to use them again this year. I'm learning as I go. So I know what didn't work last year. I'll try something new this year. And all I'm doing is taking out like little sticks and rocks, and I had some dead strawberries, just cleaning this up so that my bush beans can have a fresh start. Now I need to walk over to my garden friend's plot. We decided to leave the compost in her area, which means that when I need to use it, I have to walk over there and shovel it out of this big bag and then wheel it back to my plot. About half and half compost and last year's soil, and just added a bit of perlite. I'm going to mix that up to refresh the towers. All right, so I have the first tower done. I filled it all the way up this time. Last year, I did not fill them all the way up. Like, I left the middle part empty to save soil, but this time I'm just trying my best to make this work. So I went ahead and filled them all the way up. So there's not a whole lot left in here. You would think it would be like half left, but there's not. So I'm going to dump this in one of my containers, probably the container that I'm going to put the cauliflower in today, and then do this all over again for the other tower on the other side of the garden. To give you an idea, this is how filled they were last time, right? So the cups were kind of filled, but they were empty in the middle. So this time I'm filling them all the way up, and I'm adding perlite and a lot more compost than I did last year. All right, round two. At my second wheelbarrow, I can't say that word. Wheelbarrow, you know what I mean. Filled, getting ready to mix that up and then refresh the towers. We won't have water for a few more weeks. We have to wait until the threat of freeze passes, and then they'll turn the water back on at the community garden. So here I am just getting some water prepared so that I can water what I do have planted. Okay, leaving this open because it should be pretty warm, like it's 60 something right now, so I don't want things to burn up in here. I had that happen last year, so I'm leaving this open. I ended up planting out some cauliflower. I just put it in here because I had an extra one that I didn't realize was on the tower from last year, so I took it off so that could be balanced. And everything is watered. Towers are refreshed. I need to fix this fencing. I'm not sure what happened there. I need to fix that, but everything is like neat, as neat as it can be. I got my junk drawer. I got my junk bed right here that I haven't planted anything in. It just has stuff in it right now. So does this one. But I'm just being really intentional on planting out in the beds. So as I need them, I will I'll plant them out. I just realized that I did not water this bed completely. This side is really still dry. So I'm gonna get some water and then finish this and head out.